some next piece of breaking news that we are now getting on the broadcast. After Israeli filmmaker Nadav Lapid, in fact, made those comments at the closing ceremony in Goa, in Ife, he has decided to now stand by his statements where he had called the film Kashmir Files a propaganda and vulgar. Now, Mehbooba Mufti has backed him and she has tweeted, and I quote her here, "Finally, someone called out a movie that was nothing but sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and to widen the gulf between Pandits and Muslims. Sad that diplomatic channels are now being used to silence the truth," unquote. My colleague Tejinder now joins us on the broadcast. Tejinder, a comment there by Mehbooba Mufti, pretty much on expected lines.
Yes, indeed, Griya. You see, this comment was expected, though it has come a bit delayed.
Yeah.
Mehbooba Mufti has now commented and she has supported what Nadav Lapid had said about the movie. Mehbooba Mufti is someone who from day one has been critical of Kashmir Files. When the movie was released, she was the one who objected. She said that this movie would create a wedge between the Kashmiri Pandits and the Kashmiri Muslims. But when she was asked why this movie should not be released, because this was portraying the pain, the agony and the sufferings of the Kashmiri Pandit community, she was speechless. But now when Nadav Lapid has spoken, has said that this movie is a vulgar propaganda, Mehbooba Mufti has come and supported him, saying that finally someone called out a movie that was nothing but sheer propaganda promoted by the ruling party to demonize Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and widen the gulf between Pandits and Muslims. Said that diplomatic channels are now being used to silence the truth. So Mehbooba Mufti is someone who from the day one had objected this movie. She had called, when this movie was released, she had called this as a propaganda. But you see, from the day one, the members of the Kashmiri Pandit community, whose pain, whose agony, whose sufferings are being displayed by this movie, they have supported it. They say that their pain was ignored for more than 3.5 decades. But finally, someone dared to show this on the silver screen, and these politicians, who were ruling the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, did not want the people across the country to come to know the facts.
Okay. Tejinder, I'm really sorry, I'm interrupting you there. Joining me on the broadcast is Mr. Nirmal Singh, who is the ex-Deputy Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. Mr. Singh, how do you read the comments that have just been made by Mehbooba Mufti?
Actually, it's a toolkit. It's a Tukde gang. And Lapid belongs to that, and it's the international Tukde gang, which is anti-Indian, anti-social, anti-human. And Mehbooba is, yes, supporting it. She's already a member of that, you can say, group, who are trying to suppress history. I'll tell Mehbooba ji, whether she can deny that these massacres, they didn't help, they were not there. Kulhand, I have seen 35 people were killed. I have seen 28 dead bodies burning in one fire. 3 years old girl was killed. Still, there are the Chapnari in Cherji in Kishtwar. The private parts of the Hindu ladies, poor ladies, they were cut off by these terrorists. In Havana, in Ramana Yatra, 89 people were killed by the terrorists.
Okay, Mr. Singh, I request you to stay on. Let me actually get in a member of the PDP to respond to this, and let's see what exactly was Ms. Mufti meaning by the tweet that she has put out. Najmu Saqib is now joining us. Mr. Saqib, is Mehbooba Mufti trying to actually alienate herself and the entire Kashmir from what has happened when it comes to the exodus, or she's questioning the film here?
Obviously, we have time and again said that this film has done nothing but commercialize the pain of Kashmiri Pandits, the sufferings that they had to undergo, leaving their healthy homes behind, the kinds of killings, the deaths that they had to ensue. This movie has not done justice to it, and it is only widened the gap between and dealt a deadly blow to the policy of sort of rehabilitation of Kashmiri Pandits back in Kashmir. Because as we have highlighted time and again, that what needs to be done is bridge the gap between Kashmiri Pandits and Kashmiri Muslims, not widen the chasm, not create more polarization. And there are government sources on record who have said that post this film, there have been significant attacks on a particular community because of the stereotyping of a particular community. And we also have to know this film does not do justice to the level of violence that Kashmiri Muslims also had to undergo. Let's not forget that there were tens of thousands of Kashmiri Pandits, so Kashmiri Muslims also, who had to migrate. They were themselves suppressed. They were themselves victims of that particular violence in the 90s. They had to leave their own homes, and that's how they became political migrants as well. We had tens of thousands of mainstream guys who were killed. So I think the film is basically presents half-truths, is only trivializing and commercializing the pain of Kashmiri Pandits. And that's why we have from day one stood against it. It was nothing but a commercial venture.
Taking this back to Mr. Singh, Mr. Saqib, please stay on with us. Request you to do that. Mr. Singh, the fact that PDP is saying that the film was not responsibly made, that is what is being questioned by Mehbooba Mufti. Your words.
I'll tell Mehbooba ji, you deny even a single scene there, which is not based on fact. Everything is based on fact. Whatever has happened to Kashmiri Pandits, the Hindus, that has been shown in the end that only 25% of the total, you can
Mr.
say,
Singh, I'll read out the tweet once
shown.
again for you. I'll read out the tweet where she mentions that this film has gone on to promote demonizing of Muslims, especially Kashmiris, and also widening the gulf between Kashmiri Pandits and Muslims. And that's her worry. That is how she has put it. How do you respond to that?
I'm sorry that Mehbooba ji is equating terrorists, jihadi terrorists, with the Muslims of Kashmir. How it's there? All the Muslims, even Muslims were killed. Nationalist Muslims were killed. If Marina Bhatti is killed, she's a Muslim. If Lieutenant Fiaz is killed, he's a Muslim. Who is saying that Muslims were not killed? But those Muslims, either who don't subscribe to the jihadi ideology or those who are nationalists, they are killed. They have been killed. But if he shows that the 25% of the total, you can say, happening, why they are crying for that?
Okay.
Why they are equating terrorists with these Muslims?
All right, going
This
back
is
to
shocking.
Mr. Saqib.
This is really shocking.
Mr. Saqib, if you're still with us, the fact that this seems to be an argument that has come from the Pandit community time and again when it is about the Kashmir Files as a film. If the Pandit community has got a representation on celluloid, why not allow them their moment in the sun? Why the problem?
Well, these are crocodile tears that BJP is shedding today. Let me highlight it for Nirmal Singh and for the benefit of your viewers, that Kashmiri Pandits are on strike for last 6 months. They want government to intervene and rehabilitate and shift them to Jammu because they feel Kashmir is not safe for them. I'll ask Nirmal Singh today, how many Kashmiri Pandits have they rehabilitated? It was PDP government led by Mufti Saab who initiated the policy of rehabilitation, who built homes, transit accommodation for Kashmiri Pandits, who gave them jobs. It was us, not them. They're shedding crocodile tears. When Home Minister came to Kashmir, he did not even have time to meet the protesting Kashmiri Pandits.
Right. Mr. Saqib, I'm afraid that Mr. Singh is no longer with us. Probably that question is something that we